tonight is Fast Action Racing League Race 1 of the playoffs. My name is Brent. As always, we are here to commentate. So, tonight is the first playoff race. We have some breaking news. We have 2 people dropping out and 2 people reappearing in that spot. So, 2 people dropping out is going to be Irish and B13. And the people getting in based off of that now is going to be Insoluble and Asking Heart. So 2 new guys in the playoffs now. We saw last week Insoluble was able to secure his first win of the season at Bristol. It was a daunting race there, and well, we're heading on to this week. So last week I think it was Savage or Yeti. I'm trying to get the numbers. I gotta rewatch my stream from last week, but I know somebody who led a lot of laps but didn't save fuel and basically suffered because of it. So I'm gonna go back to the last week's race and rewatch it. I'm also gonna get they're just now should be starting qualifying as well, so we'll get to that in a few seconds. I gotta research. Yeah, I think it was Savage. I think last week it was Savage who had a really good car, but wasted his tires, and Insoluble and Dirt had a great battle at the end there. No, it was Proxy last week. Proxy came for his annual one race per season, had a good car, then wasted his tires, and basically it led down to a insane battle between Insoluble and Dirt for the win. So those 2 were competing for their first win in the Cup Series this season, and well, Insoluble prevailed. So heading into tonight's race, which is going to be at Michigan. Michigan is a track that provides a lot of lanes, a lot of racing in my opinion, and it should be fun overall to watch. Gonna be tiring probably for my voice, which is not always great for me, but overall, I mean, it's gonna be a fun one. They are on 3x wear, so pit strategy is gonna become a key, so that's one thing that plays into Insoluble's hand here, is that pit strategy is always going to be a factor, especially on 3x player. Now, with Irish and B13 dropping out, I would have to say the favorite now is going to be between Yeti, Insoluble, and I would think Savage would be your favorite overall. I think Savage is probably the best known, and I think he had 3 wins during the regular season. I think he had the most wins besides Irish and Co. So I would think Savage would be your favorite if you were going on betting odds. So Savage would be the favorite heading into the playoffs, based off wins and other stats. But I mean, Yeti won the regular season championship for a reason, and it was a quite sizable gap, if I won't say the least. God, I can't speak tonight. I should stop saying big words. But yeah, it was a big gap between him and Dirt, who finished 2nd in points in the regular season. Rolling Thunder finished 3rd. Kabadek finished 4th. Slight Savage finished 5th in points. LA Fatality finished 6th. I'll go over the playoff points because this is what matters the most. Heading into the playoffs, I think per round, at least I'll go over it again so I recheck it. Per round, at least 2 drivers get eliminated, if I'm not mistaken. Or does no one get eliminated? I think it's every 2 rounds everyone gets eliminated. I don't know what's going on. Alright, so I will go over points again. It's the round of 12. I think every 2 races some people get eliminated or something like that. So I'll go over points again. Yeti, playoff points, puts him in the lead. He's up by 9. The cutoff line currently would be top 8 if I'm not mistaken. And that would be, at the moment, I think that's Fatality on the cutoff line currently for the next 2 races. And then we're going to cut it down and we're going to have a final 4 for the final event. So Irish is out. B13's out. So 3rd and 4th are out. You put in Asking Heart. That moves Fatality off the cutoff line. And that put Huncho on the cutoff line now. It should move. I don't know. They haven't updated it since they've moved everyone around. Currently, the standings are all over the place right now. And currently we're having technical difficulties with Irish. So that is why we're currently just sitting in the lobby waiting. Alright, I will do this then. We'll run some laps at Michigan, because we are bored, and well, it's a good track. It's a fun track. overall. It's not my favorite, but it's a lot like Auto Club, but I think a little bit. It's it's narrower. That's the word I would say. It's narrower than Michigan. All right. We'll run some laps until they get all their technical difficulties out of the way. Technical difficulties.
Any of that money might be better spent.
You're clear on pit road.
I'm gonna run this to get something on your other screen. I'm on 3xFire. Let me make sure I'm on the right way. We're gonna do this until we get invited, because we did this on Thursday. I just didn't stream it. I'm also installing Call of Duty, which should be fun to play in a few weeks, or a month and a half, since basically that happens. It's like over 100 gigabytes, man, it's ridiculous. There we go. We're gonna be practicing again. We're trying to get the fuel run here. Alright, so the fuel run is 15. Now, what I say what you do for this is knock off 2 laps without draft, and that's 3 laps without draft, so 11 to 12. You can do 13 to 14 though in the draft, maybe fuel saving a little bit, but I would say you get about 11 to 12 laps of fuel. That's my range on the controller. We'll run a full fuel run here. Low-key slow here. I never said I was good to hear. But yeah, we know the fuel run now. All I'm getting is Microsoft rewards. Stream elements. I think at least one would be watching. Alright, we figured out the fuel run.
What that means is
And I also have the stats, so it's 29, 27, 38 for Michigan. That is the stats you can do for 12 to 13 laps of fuel. So we have all the stats and information that we need, so. Now we just gotta wait for invites, essentially.
check their engine light.
That's all we're waiting for.
This does, they take some stuff. Service good off, so it makes sense. Really, however, 3 laps of mechanics, all you can use that money might be better spent.
One is tuning in anyways. Woo -woo.
Okay, get back in there. Let's go.
All I expect tonight is some 3 to 4 riders, and I want some 5 riders, and tonight if we don't have that, it's gonna be disappointing. They do have a smaller field. It's only gonna be 16 tonight, so it's not as big field as we. No, that's probably not usual now at this point during the season. It's playoff season. A lot might not show because of just playoffs in general. What did I just get invited for? We should be able to. Alright, so they are qualifying. They already did all qualifying without me. I'm kind of sad about that. Alright, we'll watch it though. Alright, so LA, Fatality, Yeti, Cobra, Insalable, Nilla, Cowboy Tech, Slight Savage, Fatality, Rolling Thunder, Suspector, Unspoken, and others. Alright. So now they're about to end qualifying, really. Savage, you see him. Savage, I would say, is one of the favorites. Also, another guy at this type of track in particular would be Insolable. He is strong. He's been getting stronger at these super speedway type tracks. And well, this could be his night again. I mean, he won last week on a short track as well. I mean, he's been on a hot streak as of late. So look for him to be strong tonight as well. Alright, so there, now finishing up qualifying. Everyone has crossed the line. Hopefully we have a point of view up very soon so I don't have to do the guesswork of counting every single body's lap. Alright, I will go over the playoff drivers. So it's Cowboy Tech, Savage, Fatality, Rolling Thunder, Sucks But Dirt, of course. He's been very strong all season. Unspoken did not make the playoffs. Night Sniper made the playoffs. He's in. 78. Swerve made the playoffs as well. He's in. Honcho, I'll get an update on that for sure to make sure I'm not incorrect. I think he did, but he may be out. I'll go check that real quick. Honcho's in, yes. Left-hand Honcho's in. Yeti's in. Insolable's in because Irish and B13 backed out. And Asking Heart is in because of B13 backing out. So that is your playoff field. I'll go over it again. Yeti, Swerve, he's in. Night Sniper, left-hand Honcho. More the Coat currently is not inside this lobby, so he could miss the first playoff race of the season. So he could be eliminated in round 1. That's not good news for him. Fatalities in the 18. I'll go over numbers. 99 is More the Coat. 9 is Insolable. Asking Hearts in the 11. You can see it right here. Most of the playoff drivers are in here. And on pole for tonight's event is Savage. So playoff favorite, in my opinion, Savage starts on pole tonight. Already a great start to it. To his beginning playoff spree, essentially. I think him or who's another guy that I think will be strong? Yeti. I think him or Yeti will probably be dominant this playoff spree, I guess. This playoff run. I think they'll be the two dominant cars. Alright, we're going to back out. We're going to let him set up, and we're going to get rolling. Tonight is the playoffs. I will go over race stats for tonight. So this is Michigan. It's going to be 3x wear. It's going to be 29, 27, and 38. So that is going to be your stages. Fuel run is on 3x wear, so it is going to be a little bit tighter. But you can get 12 out of 13. You can get 12 or 13 laps, depending on if you save. You can get 14 if you save. And now the people I expect to stretch it to 14 might be Irish and I think Insolable. They're going to be the ones to stretch it. Now, if you're pushing all the way to the max, you could even have less than 12 or 13, but I think that's your fuel run here. Do I think we'll get down to a fuel run? Yes, I think stage number 1 and 2 will be a fuel saving stage. I feel like if you're top 5, you're maybe not doing as much, but if you're in the rear, like, if you lose the draft, no, you can't save without draft here. It's 29 laps. Do the math, you get 12 of 12, so it's a 2-stopper no matter what, in my opinion, unless you save. You get 14 and 14, no, it's going to be a 2-stopper. I think the first stage is going to be a 2-stopper no matter what, unless a caution comes out and Shakespeare strategy. I'm excited. Michigan provides great racing. I can't wait. We're just now waiting for them to roll it, rock and roll. Michigan is one of those tracks where the racing is just, it's solid. Michigan is just a solid track overall. I personally have bad luck here. I've had a bad luck in a lot of races whenever I league race here, so it's not one of my favorite tracks, but I know like the racing as a whole is really good. Alright, thank you, Insolable. Hopefully one of them starts streaming. Oh, whoa. No, you invited me too early, Insolable. Insolable, you gotta invite me again. Alright. Hopefully we get the technical difficulties out of the way. Technical difficulties. Thank you, Yeti. Appreciate it. Alright, Yeti got me. Alright, we're going to get into this. Let's rock and roll, baby. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Alright, on pole, Savage starting second alongside him is going to be Night Sniper. So Night Sniper starts off his playoffs very well. Nilla, a non-playoff driver, starts third. Fourth is going to be Yeti. Fifth is going to be Left-Hand Honcho, another playoff driver, and Cobra, a new driver from ODRL or some other leagues. You guys may know that name better than me, but I know him from ODRL a little bit, and he runs decently solid in the Premier Series. So let's get into it, baby. Some great racing, hopefully, tonight. I can't wait. I'm excited. I'm excited to watch these guys at Michigan. Michigan is a track where the racing is solid. We're going to see a lot of 3-wide action, hopefully. It's not a big field. I mean, it's still 17, but not as big field. It's not like that 30-car field that we usually get, or 29 to 25-car fields that we get in ODRL, but the racing is pretty good in this series as well. So I expect the top 5 to 10 drivers to keep getting together in a pack. Why can't I speak when I need to? Nerves, I guess. Alright, Savage is going to lead us to green in the first stage. We are underway for the first playoff race of Fast Action Racing League Season 7. God, I have nerves right now. Savage leads us to green with Night Sniper on his outside. You see that's 51 of Nilla. He's a non-playoff driver, but look out. He has contended for a lot of wins in the Xfinity Series in this series, and I expect him to be running up front tonight as well. Yeti, one of the main playoff drivers I said earlier, him and Insoluble could play spoiler to Savage, who in my opinion is your favorite. He is going to be your favorite for the playoffs. We see Cowboy Tech also. He runs pretty well at Super Speedway type of tracks. And Night Sniper already high. Started second, so already dropping back. You see him dropping outside the top 5. Now 3 wide back here for third. Insoluble gets a little loose. He keeps it, holds it. And that this brings Cobra back into the fight. Cowboy Tech into this fight as well for second, as the leader is currently Savage running his line. He's not playing defensive right now. Oh, Insoluble gets loose, hits Yeti up the track. Here comes Night Sniper. They're 3 wide. Look at that move by Night Sniper. Got around Insolubles. Can he clear the 24 of Yeti? He does. Night Sniper up to third. Back up to third. Rolling Thunder in the 42. He's another playoff driver to watch out for. The 18 of LA Fatality. He won Charlotte about 2 weeks ago. He's not one to sleep on as well. Swerve, he's another playoff driver who's been very silent. He's like Cowboy Tech in ways, but he could shock the world and have a Cinderella story. You never know, so do not count anybody out who made the playoffs. They made it for a good reason as well. He made it on points. Askenhart with Irish and B13 backing out of the playoffs. He's now in the playoffs as well. Insoluble, who's getting loose. You see that 9 car dropping back immediately. Not a great start for Insoluble, who's starting to drop back. I think that's outside the top 5 now. I'll get a lap check for you guys. It's 4 out of 29 when they cross the line. Back up to the lead though. Savage is still holding on tight with Night Sniper in the 51 of Nilla battling for second, as Yeti's going to help Nilla on the top lane. Top 4 have pulled a little bit from the 16, and the 16 car tonight is Unspoken. He hasn't ran a lot of races so far in the season, but he's done solid when he has. Unspoken, I know him from, I think it's Suspect Nation. I think he runs the Wreckfest series over there along with Dirt, who's also, I don't know if Dirt is in the field tonight. He should be. Has Dirt made the race? I don't see Dirt in the field. Dirt is, okay. I'm just making sure. He's back here currently sitting second to last, so he's not having a great run. He's another playoff driver. Last week he was contending for the win. So far he's running in last. Or second to last, as Irish currently runs in last. Alright, Unspoken top 4 are now grouped up. I'm going to get back up to them. The second pack has a huge pack as well. They're still battling for second. You can just see Nilla and Night Sniper just dueling for second, as they are on the back of the 8 car of Savage now. Savage has not alone anymore, as the top 4 are all battling for second and first. Here comes Nilla on the top lane. He's got a good run. Where does he go for the run? Does he make a move or stay behind the 8 of Savage, who's rolling up high? So they decide to follow him entering, and that's going to cost Night Sniper position on Yeti, as they're starting to battle back there for, I think that's 5th. Yeah, and Salable's got a loose car. 2 car of Honcho into the wall. He splits up 3 wide. Here comes Rolling Thunder on the bottom lane. I gotta get the voice check. Oh no. I lost my 3 viewers. Rip Aroni. Alright, so they split it up. Battle for the lead heating up. You can see them side by side now. We gotta go up there again. Savage. Night Sniper in the 51 make contact. Nilla gets slid up the track, and that's going to cost Nilla 2 positions. He drops back to 4th. Night Sniper up to 2nd again. You see Savage. Okay, I'm going to be less serious now. You can see Savage is just very quick right now. You can just tell his car is handling well. He's able to wrap the bottom really well. And Night Sniper and Co can't get around him. Second pack is all grouped up on one another right now. Cobra has dropped back to the 3rd pack. He's not having a great run for himself right now. And I think the one driver who's lost the draft is Irish. Yeah, Irish has lost the draft. He's either saving, which is probably what he's doing, or he's off the pace, which I don't think he is. Battle for the lead heating up. Here comes Savage. Stuck in the top lane. Here comes Night Sniper on the bottom. Yeti helps Savage instead of Night Sniper. Night Sniper trying to side draft him, cannot keep the momentum, and Savage holds on to the lead entering 3 and 4. Savage holds on to the lead. Battle for 2nd now heating up. Yeti's got the draft of Savage, but Night Sniper's on the preferred bottom lane, and Yeti drops back to 4th. With Nilla, this huge pack is starting to, I think it's minuscule, but they are starting to gain a little bit. You can see them back there with, the leader is that 16 again. Unspoken. I gotta get the names down. I haven't seen the 16 a lot this season. That's why I'm struggling a little bit. Fatality disconnects. A playoff driver just disconnected. Lagged out. Fatality is out. Fatality's out in the first playoff race. That is not good for his point situation. That's probably gonna cost him a ton of points just gone in a snap. Snap of your internet. And that's probably gonna cost LA Fatality his playoff run here. Unless he wins next week. He was running top 5 there for a hot minute, and now he's dropped outside the top 10, and the battle for the lead heating up. 78 running wide currently. Gotta get names. Night Sniper currently. They haven't been really challenging Savage. They've been dueling one another for 2nd all race long. I mean, they've gotten there, but they haven't really made a move on him yet. I think that's the difference between these top 3 potentially. We're coming to 11 out of 29 in stage number 2. Fuel run is dwindling down or going down. Currently, we have 19 to go in stage number 1. Savage runs wide. Can Yeti clear him? Yeti cannot. Savage gonna have to run in the outside lane. Savage can carry the momentum without getting side draft. Side by side, entering the backstretch. Still side by side entering 3 and 4. They make a little contact, and that's probably going to give Yeti the advantage entering 3 and 4. Yeti slides up. Savage has to abide, and that's going to give Yeti the lead for the first time tonight. First time Savage has given up the lead so far in that 8 machine after qualifying on pole. And Night Sniper's going to follow him through to 2nd. Genuine question, how many laps is Irish saving back there? How much can he save without draft? Realistically, is it 1 or 2 laps? Is he gonna get lapped here? That's my genuine question. Yeti gets loose. Here comes Night Sniper on the top lane. Side by side down the backstretch. Pit stops are gonna be coming very soon for the top 3, in my opinion. They are not saving. Oh, and Night Sniper and Yeti get together. Some may be coming down this time by. Well, not the leaders. Someone is. That's Asking Heart coming down pit road. That is a playoff driver. That might cost him his stage. Night Sniper's off the pace. Heads up. Night Sniper's off the pace. As another playoff driver. He drops behind this huge pack. Trying to get back up to the lead. Savage drops to 3rd. He might be out of gas. Here comes that huge pack. Yeah, Savage is out of gas, running on empty basically, on E. on the apron. You can see how slow he is. Unspoken and Insoluble both pass him on pit road entering. Leading us into pit road is gonna be the 51 of Nilla. So Nilla leads us to pit road. Got a lot of cars that follow. Now, I know someone who's gonna stay out. We're gonna go over to Irish. How long does he stay out compared to the leaders that just pitted? He's gonna be your leader now. How many more laps of fuel does he have compared to those cars that just pitted? It's my genuine question on how many laps he's gonna save here. Without draft, I don't think it's going to be that many, but you never know. So Irish takes the lead over a pit strategy call. We're going to see when he comes down pit road. He should be your leader. Coming out of pit road for the lead pack, though, is going to be Nilla leads us out of the pit road cycle. I'm going to go over to Irish. So Irish comes a lap later than everyone else. We're going to see how that works out for him. Remember, he's going to be one lap over them compared to everyone else, and he pitted about 14 to go, I think it was. I'll get the lap counter real quick. He pitted a lap after Insoluble, who pitted with about on lap 13, I think it was. So he's a lap ahead of everyone on fuel, I think, at the moment. And I will say Savage has lost the main top 3 cars. Unspoken has joined that pack up there, so they've shaken it up front. Instead of Savage being top 3, it's Unspoken top 3. And yes, they did get around to Irish, but remember, he's better on fuel by a whole lap and a half, basically. He gained a lap on them on fuel, and he's trying to do the 2-pit strategy here, I think. Maybe potentially a 1-stopper, if he can save enough. He's trying to put the whole field a lap down, or nearly. All right, top 3, Nilla, Yeti, and the 16 up Unspoken. And the early pit strat by the 11 is going to make him pit twice this stage, by the way, and he has not gained any positions by pitting early. Savage and left-hand Honcho, both playoff drivers, trying to catch up to the top 3 up front. And Unspoken's holding on by a thread, really, on that lead pack. You can see him starting to lose ground on the top 2. Cobra has also lost the main leads draft, so that's probably going to cost him his stage. Cowboy Tech is also in this huge pack, so don't count on Night Sniper and Cowboy Tech as they're trying to get around Insoluble right now. Insoluble has a little bit of front end damage, and that's probably going to cost him. They're battling for the lead. Here comes Nil on the top lane. He's going to gain some momentum on the top. Can he carry the momentum off the corner? He has great momentum here. Is he going to go for a move? He decides to push Yeti. So he's being conservative from what we can see here. Very conservative, just pushing the 24 along. In my opinion, that's what you should do. It's smart. Don't fight one another pointlessly between stages when you have another pit stop coming. And Dirt, another playoff driver. Dirt does not want to go a lap down here. This is not good for Dirt's chances of winning tonight. He does not want to go a lap down. I would block. That's just my opinion. They're going to want you to get out of the way. He is going to get out of the way smartly by him, but you want to get in this pack right here and file in as quick as you can because you don't want to lose the draft. Because if you do, he's going to be trapped on multiple laps down potentially tonight because we still have one more pit stop to go. The Dirt decides to file in between Unspoken and Savage, which this leads a branch back to the leaders, but Unspoken has lost the leaders draft, and this is going to bring back Savage into the fight. Into the fray. Fight. God. Better English. All right, we'll get a lap counter for you guys. 11 to go in stage number 1. They are good on fuel if they pit this time by. I will say that right now. They're good on fuel if they pit now. They're going to pit within the next 2 to 3 laps, in my opinion, or they're going to run it till it's dry. Top 2 are trying to stay together as they do not want to get gapped from the leaders. As Unspoken has fallen off the leaders draft, I think they want to get around Unspoken as quickly as possible. If they can, Left-Hand Honcho and Savage currently sit 4th and 5th right there, and Dirt is a lap down, so he's just sticking onto the pack right here. Yep, I know. 10 to go. 10 to go in stage number 1. Ooh, here comes Yeti to pit road. Yeti come to pit road this time by. First of the leaders. He's underneath also. He's underneath the leader currently. Yeti takes the lead, but he's coming down pit road. Here comes Yeti, the first of the leaders. No one else follows him. That might be costly. No one else followed him on pit road. That was very surprising. But coming earlier does mean you could probably take a little bit more tires. But is that worth it at a type of track like this? And Nilla lost a ton of momentum because of that. Savage, I think, is coming down pit road as well. Unspoken still sits in second. But this split up, Unspoken goes high. He's going to lose a ton of momentum there. Savage is going to speed. Ooh, we got a woed. Unspoken and Savage come down together. I think they got a woed fast enough there. He may have sped. We'll get an update on that very quickly. Nilla is your new leader. We're also going to keep a heads up on Irish. Remember, Irish pitted a lap later than everyone else. We have 8 to go in stage number 1. We'll see if anyone else comes down this time by. None of the top 3 do, or top 2 do. Cowboy Tech is coming down pit road. That is one of your playoff drivers. All right, I should come. All right, top 3 are now compact. This brings Honcho back into the fray. Cowboy Tech is off pit road now. Askenhart goes down pit road for the second time in the stage. Irish is still fuel saving. So Irish is committed to the fuel save. And Unspoken has taken over the lead. Oh, it's still the 51. What happened to the 51? They're coming down pit road. That's Honcho and the 6. Somebody else? Honcho and who else came with him? The 78 and the 15 of Swerve. Swerve was looking very loose there. He may have sped. Rolling Thunder also in the field. You see him just cruising around. And the 51 currently is still your leader. He has not come down pit road yet. How late is he willing to run into the run until he comes down? How far into the run is he willing to go? Here he comes. Here comes the leader. He gets a wood up pretty good, and he did not speed good on Nilla there. Honcho just now coming out of pit road. We'll look back. We're going to go up to Yeti. Where is Yeti on track currently? Yeti got around Irish, so he's not going to be lapped down. He's trying to hunt down the 2-car of left-hand Honcho. So he did lose a ton of positions on pit road, and the 9-car takes over the lead. Insolable. So a known fuel saver as well. I didn't expect Insolable to be able to make it on fuel, but it is a great chance he could. There's about 4 to go in stage number 1, so this stage is final for anyone who's just coming in, tuning in now. This stage is final, so we're under 5 to go. We get up to the leader, and Solable is your leader. He does not have the fuel light on yet. 3 to go. Fuel light just turned on for Insolable. So he's going to have to save a little bit more than he has been. 3 to go. Hello, Brado. How you doing, man? Having a good night? I'm not able to read his chat as much as I want to. So when does Insolable decide to come down pit road? We're coming to 3 to go. He's out of fuel. He's coming down pit road this time. He's not. 2 to go. 2 to go in stage number 1. Currently Insolable is still your leader. 51 of Nilla still in second place, by the way. He still runs in second. He's hunting down that 9 car, by the way. He is hunting down that 9 car. Dirt is just now coming out of pit road as well. He's trying to hunt down Insolable, who's currently on fumes, coming to white flag for stage number 1. Insolable running on fumes. Nilla on fuel only on pit road is trying to win stage number 1. And Insolable is trying to get some stage points at Michigan. He's out of fuel. Leader's out of fuel. Leader, I repeat, is out of fuel. Nilla trying to come around and steal it. We're going to stay on board with Nilla. That's the leader on the apron there. You see the 9 car sputtering. Nilla comes around on the back stretch. Is he good on fuel? White flag for stage number 1. Down the back stretch for the final time in stage number 1. Batter for second, heating up. Yeti and Co are battling for second. Left Hand Honcho holds on to second. Coming out of 3 and 4. And also Cobra's out of fuel as well. Nilla is going to win stage number 1 at Michigan. And Left Hand Honcho finishes second stage number 1. The one good thing we did learn from Insolable's mistake is that all you have to do is make it to the checkered. Alright, so stage 1 winner is gonna be Nilla. Finishing second is gonna be Honcho. Third was stolen by Yeti. Savage finished 4th. Finishing 5th in stage number 1 is gonna be Night Sniper. Swerve finishes 6th. Unspoken finishes 7th. Irish finishes 8th. Asking Heart finishes 9th. And Cowboy Tech rounds out your top 10. So, decent top 10, a variety of drivers, and some playoff drivers getting some stage points there. So, great on them. We're going to head into stage number 2, which is a tad bit shorter. It's 2 laps shorter than stage number 1. So, the same strategy for Insolable could work out in stage number 2, and it will work in stage number 2. Here they go. They're underway. Oh, Nilla, major lag. He's out. Your stage 1 winner's out. He lags out. It's stage number 2. At the beginning of stage number 2, Nilla lags out immediately, and that shakes up the whole field. Honcho battling with Yeti for the win in stage number 2. My bad. Not for the win. The beginning of stage number 2 as Nilla is out. Nilla lags out at the beginning of stage number 2. That was your stage 1 winner. That shakes up a lot of things, and Yeti took over the lead because of it. Nice Sniper taps Yeti a little bit, cannot get underneath him, and is going to fall back to second. And Spoken goes high, and here comes the 8-car Savage. Ooh, they almost collected one another and almost into a spin. Swerve inside the top 10, now currently runs in 7th. Right behind that lead pack. Alright, we're going to go back up to the front. Yeti and Savage battling for the lead. You can see Savage underneath Yeti. Yeti holds on to the lead, though. He's got that. Yeah, Savage was able to get his nose underneath him. We're going to get a lap count for you real quick. We should be 3 out of 27 in stage number 2. We saw in stage number 1, some people were fuel saving a little. So fuel saving could be a factor, very much a factor, as we saw in stage number 1. They were able to save to make it on 2 stops just singularly. Yeti, we see them 3 wide back there. Unspoken, Left-Hand Honcho, and Irish. So Irish making a peek for the top 5 finally tonight, as he was running in the back of the field early on. So getting his feet wet now, making sure his internet's properly running, and now he runs inside the top 5, getting around Left-Hand Honcho. Irish is one of those guys you can't count out when he races, and he's going to be a top 5 driver usually most of the time. Currently runs in 4th, but battle for the lead, heating up. Here comes Savage and Yeti battling for the lead. Savage gets around him. Yeti lets up. He tried to get underneath him, could not, and Savage blocked his attempt. Crossover was not attempted as Savage blocked it. Why is that angle so bad? 66 of Cobra and Rolling Thunder battling, and Cobra lost a ton of momentum just on the front stretch alone. That was kind of crazy if you ask me. They're pretty much single file right now. A lot of single file racing into pit stops, in my opinion. Irish to the top lane. You can see him. He's not wanting to race single file right now. He's trying to push the pressure on these guys. He's ripping that high lane. He's going to get around Night Sniper here. He's going to have the draft of the leaders. The 3 wide nearly back here. Should be able to clear Night Sniper entering 3 and 4. He does. He's going to try to bring along the 16 of Unspoken. Cannot do it. So Irish now up to 3rd, making his way through the field. Slowly climbing his way through the field. He started out back, trying to make his way through the field as well. Yeti, Irish, and Savage run 1, 2, 3 with the 78 of Silent. Night Sniper, who currently runs in 4th. Irish runs up the track. Here comes Night Sniper in the bottom. Cannot get there. Irish still holds on to 2nd. So Irish gets around Yeti now. So Irish up to 2nd now. Just realized he got around Yeti. That was a battle, position battle right there. So now Irish up to 2nd, got around Yeti, and now he's going for the lead, presumably. He's trying to lead some laps later on, early on in this event. Here he comes to the top lane. We're beginning of stage number 2. We're about 7 laps in. Currently just hit 7 now. Lead is still heating up. Irish is going for the lead now. He wasn't running up front earlier in stage number 1. He was fuel saving a ton. Here comes Yeti. Yeti gets into Savage a little bit, side by side for the lead. Side drafted. You can see the side draft effect. Savage used it to his advantage. He's going to use the bottom lane here, ending 3 and 4. He should be able to clear Irish easily into 1 and 3 and 4, and Yeti tapped Irish entering. It's going to cause Irish to lose a ton of momentum entering the corners, side by side back there. Double file between Night Sniper and Unspoken back here. Side by side, 3 rows deep back here. It's getting crazy. Only one not in the side by side action is Cowboys and Savage, really. This is what I like to see, some good racing between these drivers. We got a pack of 10 cars just dueling back up front here. 8 out of 27. 19, I think I'm going to say that's 20 to go here. Oh, Unspoken and Night Sniper get together. Here comes the 66 of Cobra. Cobra on the bottom lane. They get together. 3 wide still. Here comes Cowboy Tech in the bottom lane. He's not going to get the draft help from Cobra. That's going to give Honcho. Honcho lets off quite a bit in the middle lane. He's going to give up position. Going to let Cowboy Tech get around him. Cowboy Tech cannot get around him. He slows up massively. Here comes the 78 of Night Sniper. I keep forgetting names tonight. Here comes Irish on the bottom lane again. Making a move for the lead on Savage. Side by side, ending 3 and 4 again. Coming to 10 out of 27, about 18 to go. Irish gets loose. Irish, he spins it on the apron, and he goes around solo car. Irish also may have entered pit road. That might be a stage. No, he did not. He saved it from entering pit road. He spins it around, still on track. He's got to get it rolling. He will, luckily. That's going to be no caution because that was a 1-car incident there. So Savage now has clear room. Oh, 16 and 78 of Night Sniper get together. Unspoken and Night get together a little bit. Luckily, they keep it straight here. Oh, they get together again. Night Sniper just getting bullied at this point. Gets bumped up the track and is going to lose 2 positions in 1 corner. Potentially 3 as Rolling Thunder is now on the back end of this pack with Cowboy Tech. Cobra benefited from that massively, though. He currently runs in third. You see him in that 66. He was running in the back of the field earlier as well, but now, because of this incident, is now running top 5. I will say, Insoluble is fuel saving again in stage number 2. Hello, how you doing, Georgia? Sorry I'm late to the comments. You know how I am. We're doing pretty good tonight. Racing has been pretty solid. I will say Irish did just spin out after hitting the apron in 3 and 4, so it's not just me who loses talent on this type of track. So I am not alone. I have a clip of that as well, so that's going to be funny to send to Irish later when he talks shit about me. I'm joking, obviously. All in good fun, but that's funny. Alright, so Yeti's up to second now. Unspoken and Cobra dueling for third. You see left-hand honcho. Here comes the battle for the lead. I mean, Savage is trying to break the draft, but Yeti's gaining on him. On the outside lane as well. Here comes Yeti to the top. You can see him. The momentum that he was able to carry there was very good there. He's gonna be able to clear. He's gonna be able to clear Savage. Yeah, he clears him. He brings along also Cobra, a non-playoff driver in the mix of the top 5 currently. Okay, Georgia dog. All right, buddy. That's throwing hands type comments there, buddy. All right. That's throwing hands type of comment. If I do well retaliate, don't be saying that. Don't be saying that shit. Yeah, Nilla lagged out. Oh, here they come. They're slowing up. Oh. We were on the right point of view there. I don't know if anybody's sped. I'm going to have to get a lap check for us real quick. That was very eerie there. A lot of cars on pit road. There is 2 cars that stayed out. Insoluble, and I think it was the other leader. There was someone from the lead pack who stayed out. I'll get that for you real quick. No, it was just Insoluble. Insoluble's the only car out on track. He's been running it long. He was saving fuel massively in stage number 1, and he's doing it again. He's running it till it's dry, and he's on 1 lap. So he's entering 15 out of 27. So Insoluble's good on fuel. The rest of the field is iffy on fuel. So just let that sink in right now. He's good on fuel. He ran an extra lap, even though he may have a little bit of rear end damage. He's good on fuel now. He's going to run it till it's dry, essentially. Whereas the rest of the pack is not. Yeti and the 66 dueling for second now. This would be the lead when they rotate back into the lead. They should go back to the lead as Insoluble is now pitting on pit road. So Yeti takes over the lead over Cobra, left-hand honcho, and the 78 of Night Snipe, who currently run second and third. Yeah, HRL. Yep, that is what happened, Nilla. I am sorry, buddy. I am sorry, buddy. It happens. Yeah, they all pit together. Every single one of those cars pit together, and Insoluble's the only one who's good on fuel. So he's using the fuel strategy, which on 3x Where, Irish is in the same situation as Insoluble, in my opinion. They're both not good on fuel, and Irish he spun it on the apron, so he's basically forced to save fuel, while Insoluble was saving fuel at the beginning of the stage, and that's what you have to do on 3x Where. It's a fuel saving race, in my opinion. 3x Where makes it a fuel saving race, and that's why they're forced to do it. And it's the playoffs. And yes, Savage has lost the lead draft. That is surprising to me. He has lost that lead pack. Yeti currently still leads over Cobra and the 78 of Honcho and Night Sniper. Now, if they start dueling like they are currently, as Honcho takes over the lead over Yeti, this will easily bring back Savage and Co., as they're already gaining on them massively. They got a good run back there. They're going to get around Unspoken if they can. Kabotech follows him, or attempts to. Unspoken runs up the track into Savage. That's going to make Savage run wide, and that's going to continue to set them side by side. Cowboy Tech's going to try to follow him through there, as Unspoken's able to fill in the gap between Savage and Cowboy Tech, and that's going to fall him back to 6th place for Cowboy Tech, as the top 4 are still packed up really well. It's 2 packs of 4 from what I can see. You have the second pack of Savage, Cowboy Tech, and Unspoken, with Rolling Thunder and Swerve trying to hang on to that pack back there. I don't think they are currently in there. I think they've fallen off quite a bit. With Unspoken and Savage trying to get up to the lead pack, you can see them pushing really hard. They're in the draft, the Night Sniper, actually. They should be, in my opinion. Yeah, they're very close to the draft. We'll get a lap check for anyone who just tuning in. We'll get that very soon. I can also, when we start stage number 3, I'll go over the playoff drivers as well, just so you guys can know. So far, the most dominant playoff driver in terms of points, I would say, would be either Savage or Yeti. Maybe even Honcho. He's having a great night for himself, running top 5 currently, but he runs wide as soon as I talk about him. But that's going to carry the momentum. He's going to lose 2 spots. But here comes Savage inside the top 5. He's been having a great run for himself. He qualified on pole. Here he comes. Here he comes. And Solubles also had a great night. He didn't get stage points with number 1 because the strategy didn't work out, but he might win stage number 2 based on fuel strategy here. 20 out of 27 when they cross the line. We're coming to 8 to go in stage number 2. 8 to go in stage number 2. I will turn off my stream. This is race number 1, Georgia Dogs. So this is race number 1 in their playoffs. Michigan, they have about 6 races in their playoff season. Race number 1 of the playoffs. Currently, that is, yes, that 7 to go now. Cobra is leading. That is the 66 of Cobra. You should know him quite a bit. He's run a few ODRL Premier races. That's the only reason I know him. I know some other people know him from other leagues as well. Where is the lead pack? God, there's so many point of views. They're all abandoning Cobra here. Oh, they're 3 wide for the lead. Yeti to the middle lane is going to clear both of them. It's going to take over the lead again. This is going to bring back Savage, who wants to be back in this fight. You can see him back there in 4th, 5th actually, trying to hang on to their drafts. Honcho's going to take over the lead again. Remember, they do have one more pit stop coming. I think, theoretically, I think it should be coming. I don't know if I'm right, but it should be. It should not be good on fuel up here, especially when they have their racing. .22 out of 27, 6 to go. This stage is final next time by. Caution cutoff is 5 laps. Top 3 are currently playoff drivers as well. Left-hand Honcho, Yeti, and the Sunday Night Sniper. The only non-playoff driver inside the top 5 currently is at 66. So that's the only non-playoff driver inside the top 5. You just see how single file they are right now. We may, if they get like this in stage number... Alright, only non-playoff driver inside the top 5 is the 66. I'm sorry about that, it disconnected randomly. So I was going to say, if they get single file like this in stage number 3, or in the beginning, at the end of stage number 3, we may be able to do a crank it up. We'll determine that if they get single file like this again. If they're racy like this, we won't do a crank it up. But if they're not racy, like if they're single file like this, like they currently are, we'll do a crank it up beginning next stage. They're under 5 to go now. The stage is final. Here comes Savage to the bottom lane. Out of for 3rd, heating up. You can see him on the bottom lane trying to use Yeti's draft. I'm starting to think the fuel situation isn't as tight as I thought it was. Honcho still leads over Savage now, who's going to the bottom lane. Is going to pass Honcho as well. Honcho very slow in the top lane. He's been running wide a lot during this stage. That's what I've been seeing. Savage runs the bottom lane and forces him to come down and use his draft. They're going to pull up to his rear bumper in inning 3 and 4. 4 to go at Michigan. No one's coming down pit road. So they're placing their bets here. 3 to go now. They're placing their bets. If they're good on fuel, they're good on fuel. Honcho's been really running that wide lane entering 1 and 2, and it's carrying his momentum down the front stretch very well. Backstretch, my bad. But here comes Yeti on the top lane. The issue is that Savage is using that bottom lane currently. You can see them letting up. Yeah, they're letting up behind Savage right now. 2 to go in stage number 2 when they cross the line. Who's going to run out of fuel first between the leaders? Even Insoluble is low on fuel, and he pitted earlier than these guys. You can see how they're letting up. Yeah, you can see the difference. Some of them are letting up, some of them are not. 2 to go at Michigan in stage number 2. Cowboy Tech's out. Think Suspect Dirt is letting off a ton as well. Savage is out. Savage is out. Your leader is out. Savage is out of the running for stage number 2's win. How long can these guys keep rolling like this? Yeti is your leader. White flag for stage number 2. Does he come under power? Does he lead us back to check it for stage number 2, or does he run out? Here comes Honcho in the bottom lane. Honcho's going to try to clear him, entering 1 and 2 side by side for the win in stage number 2. He's out. Honcho's out. Honcho's out. The 66 is out as well. A lot of cars. 78 is not. They're all slow. Yeah, Yeti's out. Night Sniper still under power. Here comes the 9 car. 78 coming around for stage number 2. And he is going to win stage number 2. Night Sniper steals it. See Cowboy Tech floating around there. He's going to steal second. Cowboy Tech steals second for stage number 2. And Insoluble comes home around 5th. So Cowboy Tech, massive gain from stage number 2 there. Great on him for saving enough fuel and coming across the line under power. Great on Cowboy Tech to steal second from everyone else. No, he's a lap down. No, Cowboy Tech's a lap down, guys. My bad. Cobra finished second. Third is going to be Yeti. Rolling Thunder finishes 4th. Insoluble finishes 5th. That's your top 5. Dirt finishes 6th. 7th is going to be Irish. Swerve finishes 8th. Unspoken finishes 9th. And Honcho finishes 10th. So Cowboy Tech was a lap down. My bad. So we were correct. Night Sniper did win stage number 2, but the 66 finished second there. Yeah, Michigan does bring the strategy. I personally hate it. It is so sketchy, in my opinion. It's fun when you have like a wheel and stuff, and you gotta save. It's hard to save here. I will say that. It's a tough track. It's not like Auto Club in that way. Auto Club, I feel like, is a lot more simpler, just straightforward track. But here they go again for stage number 3. Alright, I would go over the playoff drivers. So Night Sniper, who's just won stage number 3, is a playoff driver. Rolling Thunder, that 42, is a playoff driver. Yeti's a playoff driver. Left Hand Honcho's a playoff driver. Cobra's not. He's a playoff driver. Cowboy Tech. Rolling Thunder's a playoff driver. Like I said, Dirt's a playoff driver. Swerve's a playoff driver. Asking Heart's a playoff driver. Irish is not because he backed out. Insoluble's a playoff driver. He's one to watch, especially here with his fuel-saving tactics. He's going to be starting to get racy here. Savage, also LA Fatality's a playoff driver. He lagged out, sadly, early on when he was running top 5. All right, that is your playoff breakdown or run. So this stage is going to be 38 laps. A lot. This is going to be a strategy field race, basically. 66 and 9. Here comes Insoluble batting for second. Like I said earlier, Insoluble's going to get racy. Oh, 9 car and 24 get together. That's it to the wall. They keep it straight. 66 goes around. He does not collect anybody else, and that's a 1-car caution. Might not be called. That's a 1-car incident. It might not be called. They may call that. We'll see how they determine that. We'll see if they race back to the line here. So Insoluble now up to second. A huge incident between Cobra and Insoluble and Yeti and all that company. That might end Cobra's night, essentially, with that wreck. So that's his night over. Night Sniper currently leads. He's trying to win tonight, his first win in the series, and I think in FARS as well. Trying to secure himself. I don't think they do winning in. I think it's overall points, but still would agree it'd be a great start. Winning stage number 2 and winning the race tonight would give him a great head start on everyone else. Especially with this 2-round elimination system where they go from 12 to 8. Side by side for the lead. Here comes Insoluble in the top lane. Well, who will Yeti go with? He goes to the bottom lane and abandons Insoluble. But Insoluble's holding tough on the outside lane. He's going to try to side draft. Night Sniper tries to clear him. He does. Night Sniper holds on to second. Insoluble's going to try to side draft the 24. There's a ton of momentum. Here comes Unspoken to third. Bad for second. Yeah, and Insoluble's going to be hold on to third as it's Unspoken still in the inside lane. I don't think he's going to carry the momentum. He gets a little loose there. Irish still runs back there in fifth. Unspoken still dueling with Insoluble. He's holding it tough. Insoluble holding tough on the outside lane, but it's not working for him. He's going to have the help of Irish. He has the help of Night Sniper as well. Battle for the lead. Night Sniper on the top lane and Yeti on the bottom. He's going to have the help of the 5 and the 9 car of Insoluble. Unspoken, very slow entering 1 and 2. He had the checkup or something. That's going to cost the inside lane. He's going to help Night Sniper here. With the help of Insoluble, can he get around the 24? He does. Does he bring along the 9 car of Insoluble? Can Insoluble clear him? He cannot. Night Sniper back to the bottom lane. I'll get a lap check for you guys real quick in a second. The battle for second and third, all this battling is intense. Yeah, and you got to see the 78 is trying to control both lanes. 9 car goes back to the bottom. That's Insoluble. 33 to go in the race. Irish going to send it 3 wide. In the middle of 3 wide. He holds it. Still 3 wide here. And Irish gets held up by side draft. Here comes Askingheart to the bottom. He's in the fight now. Askingheart's been quiet all night. He slides up in front of Yeti. Night Sniper also slides up. Night Sniper holding it tough on the outside lane, but Irish takes over the lead at Michigan for the first time tonight. Surprising that it took him this long to take over the lead. 32 to go. Oh, 9 car and 11 get hooked together. 11 slides up, 9 car slides up in front of Night Sniper, and that might be a little bit of damage for those two, but they save it. They keep it straight. Ooh, 16 of Unspoken gets loose. Same with the 78 of Sniper. They keep it straight here in Michigan. They did not go around. I don't know how they didn't go around there, Georgia Dog. That was insane. You can just see how hard they're battling right here. 3 wide back here. They're still 2 wide. Unspoken on the bottom lane. This is battle for third. This is stage 3 action. You can see the intensity picking up. Here comes Night Sniper to the bottom lane. Still 3 wide. That angle is horrifying. Still 3 wide. Insoluble's going to be to clear both of them on the top lane. He's got the draft of Yeti. Does he make a move on Yeti here? He's not. We're going to look back. They're 3 wide still. Maybe some contact. Savage off the pace. Still 3 wide here. Askingheart trying to take over 4th place in that 11 machine. They're ripping that top lane. They're going to the top, to the bottom, to the middle. Night Sniper takes over 4th. Again, he won stage number 2. He's been very strong on night. If I had to pick someone to win, I think it would actually be that 78. That's going to be my pick to win tonight. I think he's been very strong all night. 78 is definitely my pick to win. Maybe even Irish. He's been quiet, though. The thing is, I don't think Irish has been up front all night. But Irish is always in the fight. The 9 car as well, he's also a contender. He knows how to save fuel and such. This battle back here is intense. You can just see all these cars battling for 4th. Look how congested they are. Oh, 9 car. Woo, something almost happened up there. They're hitting the wall a little bit up back here. You can see they're just side by side still. Dirt also in that mix. Cowboy Tech gets together with a 16 a little bit. Hey, finally single file, hopefully here. Unspoken into the wall. Lieutenant Hacho also follows him, but luckily they keep it straight. Now can Asking Heart lead them back to that top 4 pack, which are starting to pull away a little. They got single file. You can see them running wide back there with the 11 car leading them. We'll get a lap count in a few seconds. Oh, and Saliba gets a lane. Could not get behind the 5 cars. He got too much momentum there. Savage, Asking Heart gets cycled back to the rear of this pack. Savage in the mix of it currently runs, I think that's in 7th. He's stuck in the mix of all this action, really. Oh, something happened. Swerve or Dirt sent him. That was maybe a lag spike on my part. Savage and Swerve now side by side here. This is just outside the top 5. Yeah, top 4 are pulling away from that huge pack back there. If something's gonna happen or a caution's gonna come out, it's gonna come from this huge pack back here. Someone's gonna get loose. That's where the caution is gonna come out, because I feel like the top 4 are willing to stay behind one another, and pit stops are coming up very soon. Yeah, my point of view has 2 laps of fuel left on his tank. Hitachi tries to clear the 15. They're going to battle for a lead now. We're going to go back up to the front. We got to get up to the leaders. Still single file. They should be coming down pit road this time with 26 to go. 25 when they exit pit road. 26 to go in the event. They have 1 more pit stop, and this race is basically over unless a caution comes out. So it's going to be a 1 pit stop or 2 pit stop stage. Going to pit this time, and you should have to pit 1 more time after. And Saliba down pit road. Here comes the pack. Oh, somebody hard into the wall, and now it's going to be Night Sniper's night over. And like I said, at the flick of a wrist, your race is over, and he smacked that wall. I think Night Sniper and Saliba's, I think he got ghost touch. I think the bubble, it was a bubble touch, and Salaba hit Night Sniper with the bubble, and that sends Night Sniper hard into the wall, and that's Night Sniper's night. He's a playoff driver, just a reminder, and that's going to cost him his race. So tough situation all around for Night Sniper. That is not a good situation to be in. That was a bubble touch. I saw that from Insolubles' point of view. He did not touch him on his screen, but it was a bubble. So that is essentially his night over. But we still got a race to go, and there could be a caution. Irish gets a big jump. Look at that gap. That's an insane gap right there. So Yeti and Saliba have to get packed up again. Unspoken, they're all disjointed right now. And what this does is bring back cars that were not in that lead pack to group up and catch up to the lead pack now. You can see them disjointed here. Savage and the 2 car. I think that's actually not the 2. I don't know what car that is. Savage is out. Savage is out. No, Savage is out. That was a disconnection. That's not a pit stop. Savage is out. It's another... One of the contenders out again. He's out. No, that's Savage out. Savage is out now. Another playoff driver disconnecting or having issues. That's not a lag out. That's a actual quit from... I think that's a lag out from Savage. Costly tonight. Go back up to Insoluble, who they're trying to... Insoluble and Yeti are trying to hunt down Irish right now. We only got 23 to go in this race, and Unspoken and the 2 car are also gaining on Insoluble and Co. So they need to hunt down this 5 car, get up to his bumper, get in his draft. And once you get in the draft, I think you can keep up with him pretty fairly evenly. And you got one more pit stop to go anyways. .22 to go at Michigan. Yep, it was a rip in chat. Alright, can they catch him? That's the real question I have. Do they have enough speed in their cars to catch up to Irish, who's currently still? They should be able to. They are gaining. Alright, so my eyes are not foreshadowing or misjudging me. They are gaining on the leader. Reminder, the fuel run is 13 to 14 laps under green. Oh, yo, what the heck? It's all around. Another car around, that's unspoken. That's going to be a caution. I went to check his lap counter and he spins on the apron, and that's going to be probably a caution there. One of the leaders spins out on the apron again. That's our second apron spin tonight. One of your key contenders of the race just spun out. Is this a caution? It doesn't look like it. No one is rolling up. No one is rolling up. Alright. So that is a no caution call. So Insolable's race is done. He spins it on the apron. Unfortunately, the 16 of Unspoken got caught up in the crossfire, and his race is done as well. .19 to go at Michigan. No, wait, they're pacing. No, caution is called. Caution is out for the first time tonight, besides the stage cautions. Yes, this is our first caution at Michigan of all tracks. It's been basically pretty quiet. Okay, so who runs this league? Suspect Bums. If you remember him, he used to run Premier Series, but he didn't really run that much. But he runs the series. He runs the league. He's a pretty good owner. If you know, but he goes by Royster. So that is his new username. He goes by Royster now. But yeah, Royster runs the league, and it's pretty well owned. I honestly love this league. Yeah. No, this is a league. If you ever want to run Fridays, I always recommend this league. While it has its issues every now and then, it's definitely well organized for what it is. And I commentate it, so you would also get screen time. Alright, they're coming down pit road. Alright, I will be right back. I'm going to let them do their fuel cycle. I got to use the restroom. Choose cone on the backstretch here. Yep, it was Royster. Alright, so they did choose cone on the backstretch here. They're going to go green this time by, you know who this saves? the guy who got spun out very early on. That 78 of 9 sniper is now back into the fray. Swerve in that 15 also starts top 5 now in 4th. We're going to see how they get up to those restart zone. This also saves the 9 car. All right, 5 car leads us back to green. Irish, we're going to go on board with him. Here they go into the guy car restart zone. Good jump by the 5 car. Clears the 2 car. Here comes Swerve on the bottom lane. Can Swerve clear the 2 car entering 3 and 4? He gives the draft to the 2 car on the top lane. Dirt is also running top 5. Now you see that 44 has been quiet all night. Remember, he finished 2nd last week. He wants to win. Swerve hasn't won yet in the league, I don't think so. He wants to win as well. Everyone is hungry up there. We have 16 to go in this race, though. Only one can win, and Irish is your leader. He's pretty good at holding up to leads and winning. I think he's second to Camo in all-time wins in the league currently. So Camo does have a lot more wins than him, but Irish does sit pretty close to him. And Swerve is holding up the pack a little bit. Yeah, no, Irish is starting to pull away by him lone self. That is crazy from what I'm seeing by him. And that 5 car just slowly but surely just starting to see them less and less in his mirrors. They still are side by side for a second. They got to get this figured out or Irish is going to be gone. Irish is saying, this is a home-cooked meal. Keep fighting, you guys. They're 3 wide for 3rd. And Honcho's up to 2nd now. He finally clears that whole mass of cars. Now he's got a job of hunting down the 5 car of Irish. As Irish runs the apron, 15 to go at Michigan. You can see the pack side by side still. This happened early if you remember. Irish initially got up to a great start, then got pulled a little bit back. Actually, he didn't get caught at all. If I remember, they actually wrecked, so that's the reason why we had a caution. And Irish is just continuing to pull away. They might actually have the pit here. That's the thing. They're not good on fuel, if I'm not mistaken. That stage break, they might have to pit here. So we might have a fuel strategy race here as well. Yeah, no, they have 14 to go, and they're on 11 laps of fuel. They have one more pit stop here. Oh, 44 and 24 get together. That is the 44. He's also a playoff driver. And the 66 has retired. That is Cobra. Top 10 are filled with playoff drivers besides the leader, Irish. He's the only non-playoff driver inside the top 10, and he is leading currently. The only non-playoff driver still in the field is winning the race. How about that? And yes, this is another suspect if you're wondering. This is Dirt. He runs the Wreckfest series over there. And yeah, he runs pretty well at NASCAR, surprisingly. Surprisingly, he's run decently well so far this season. Now they got to catch up. Cowboy Tech on the 15. You see him venturing out to the outside lane. They're trying to catch up to the 5 car, but it's going to be very difficult because of the gap. There's a major gap between them now and that 5 car. In my opinion, I think it's the 5 cars that lose. If Calbatech with the help of Rolling Thunder gets around unspoken. So Calbatech now up to 5th. Top 5 for the first time. Zalabo and Askenhart dueling back here. This is around 10th place. Irish though, he's in clean air, just chilling right now. They could care less about them. I mean, shoot, they're not gaining on him. He's not losing any time. I mean, shoot, he's having a Sunday cruise out in the lead. Oh, and there goes Dirt into the wall. Commentator jinxed him. He got behind Yeti, got a little squirrely, hit Yeti in the rear, and spun it. Basically hit the wall hard, and that's gonna cost him his race at the end here. Could get back in line and get the draft, but they're starting to reel down. Hopefully they're starting to reel down the leader, Irish, because I want a good finish here. I don't want Irish to pull away and make this a lame duck race after all the racing we've had tonight. He's not even a playoff driver. What a loser. Imagine forfeiting your spot. I'm joking, obviously. He was a playoff driver before he forfeited his spot, and that's why Insolable's in the playoffs, and B13 also forfeited his spot. That's why the 11's in the playoffs as well. But they're trying to hunt him down, and they're getting closer. It's shrinking very slowly but surely. It's shrinking, guys. They're coming. That huge pack with Cowboy Tech, Left Hand Honcho, and Yeti is coming. It's grooving right now. Come on, Cowboy Tech. You got this, bud. No, I'm going to say, Rolling Thunder, you got this. I want to curse you, not Cowboy Tech. Here comes Irish to pit road. He's down pit road. First pitter. Very early. Alone, though. He's alone. Does that hamper his speed? 9 to go in the race. He comes down the earliest out of the leaders. They're 3 wide back there making contact. There's Insolable and Co. When do the leaders come down pit road? I think the 42 is coming down pit road this time, if I'm not mistaken. No, Yeti. Yeti and the 16 coming down, 42 as well. Oh! Did that little punt make Yeti speed? You know if it did, Yeti's gonna be pissed. 8 to go. Now we have differentiating strategies here. Top 2 is still have not pitted yet. Honcho and Cowboy Tech are staying out. What is their strategy here? I would have come down with the huge pack that just went down. Now you're going to be late. Here comes Cowboy Tech. Oh, 44 loose! Into the wall. He keeps it straight. He may have made the 78 speed of Night Sniper. He is all over the place. That is the 44 Suspect Dirt. Majorly damage hits someone entering pit road, and that's another incident. I don't know how they'll affect the race. And Night Sniper. They're on pit road for a long time. Yeah, Night Sniper was clocked for speeding. Yep, no, he wasn't. He wasn't, surprisingly. Is Cowboy Tech already? Alright, so your leader now. 2 car of Honcho's in second. So Honcho holds on to second over Irish currently. This would be your leader if the race ended right now. This would be your winner if the race ended right now. Well, it's not, and he's coming down pit road. No. Yep, he's your leader. He comes down pit road. Who is going to take over the lead now? Genuine question I have. It should be Irish. But he's behind those guys, and he's flying. He took 4 tires. Look at him. He's flying right now. But your leader currently should be Yeti and Unspoken. Rolling Thunder sits 3rd. And the guys on pit road are only taking fuel. They're going to be in contention as well. This is going to come down to the last lap. This is going to be exciting here. We got different edging strategies. Insolable in the 2 car coming up pit road this time. You see them down there. They cannot come into the track until the apron. To the front stretch. Back stretch, my bad. Insolable in the grass. That's going to be his race. And he's around. Insolable's around, and that's officially his race. The battle for the win, though, is still on. Honcho loses a ton of momentum. He falls back. Actually, there's someone still on track. Dirt just pitted. Okay. Irish hawking down the 24 and the 16 with the help of Rolling Thunder. Honcho, who is going to win tonight? It's going to come down to a last lap. Yeti, here's your leader with the 16 pushing him. I get a lap check for you. 4 to go. This race is official. They're hawking down the leaders. Can they get there? We're going to go back up to Yeti. Coming to 3 to go now. Yeti just trying to hang on with Unspoken right behind him. Unspoken trying to steal a win from a playoff driver. Rolling Thunder blocking that 5 car as much as he can. 3 to go at Michigan. Pit strategy, a big call here. I think Irish is on fresher tires than all of these guys because he pitted early. But does it carry enough speed compared to 2 tires on right sides? I know they are coming. 3 to go. They are hunting them down, trying to get there now. 3 to go. I don't need my dang lap count anymore. Yeah, this is going to be an interesting finish. You can just see how close they are. Coming to 2 to go at the line. Yeah, here they come. They're not there yet, but they are hunting down. Should be 2 to go. They're there. They are there. They are in the mix now. 2 to go at Michigan. Yeti trying to hang on and win. I think it's going to be his 2nd race of the season, if I'm not mistaken. Should be. Here comes Rolling Thunder. Sits in 3rd. He's also trying to steal a win from the top 2. Yeah, Irish car doesn't look that good right now. Yeti trying to hang on and win. White flag in the air at Michigan. Will Yeti lead us back to the checkered? Side by side for 2nd. He's trying to give the draft to Unspoken. The momentum's on the bottom lane. Here comes the 42. He cannot get there. He's going to slide up. Unspoken loses 2nd. White flag in the air. Remember, this is white flag. Are you going to send it? How far will Rolling Thunder send it? This is for a win and a playoff spot. Look at them. Got the draft. Got the run. Irish gets to the bottom of Rolling Thunder. And I don't think anybody's going to get there. They're battling for 2nd. I think this race is all over. And Yeti potentially, let's see, to the line. And Yeti is going to win at Michigan. Rolling finishes 2nd. And Irish finishes 3rd. So Irish was not able to get there on strategy. And Yeti was able to hold on to win it. So Rolling got a great finish. He didn't run really well during the race, but a great finish by him. Askenhart finishes 6th. 7th is Insolable. 8th is going to be Swerve. 9th is Night Sniper after getting spun. And 10th is going to be Cowboy Tech. So overall, a decent night for most drivers. All right, we're going to get the top 3, and we're going to do some interviews. Let's get it. Yeti gets a playoff win. That pretty much advances him into the next round, in my opinion. Great run by Rolling, by the way. Amazing run. He was the sleeper, and he proved it tonight. Let's see who gets fast lap. All right. Cowboy Tech, good on him. What a lap. 38.949. Hell yeah, brother. He's fast.
That draft was good. I'll take those fast.
Alright. I'm back out real quick. Oh, I forget. Rolling doesn't do interviews. Why doesn't he do interviews?
Nah. I've been 4th or 5th.
I'm only doing top 3. I don't have a voice. I only do top 3 for when I'm alone. If I'm with people, I might do top 5, but not top. Alright, so since Rolling doesn't do interviews, congrats to him for 2nd place. We're going to go over to 3rd, which was Irish, you were very quiet during the first 2 stages. Was it a strategy, or were you just testing the internet? What was the strategy there? And then in the 3rd stage.
I started out lagging, so I dropped back and just played the fuel game for a couple stages, or for the first stage. Ended up clearing up, and I was able to actually race. So had some fun. This is my first Michigan race in like 2 years. All the other ones I've either had to miss or something come up. So felt good to actually get on Michigan and run as competitively as I did. Just didn't work out there at the end. My strategy was different than the others. I had to take more fuel and thought that I'd be able to uh, gain
Hawk 'em
more
down.
of a gap with less fuel than I was able to, but they got formed up pretty good behind me. So I'll take third.
Still a great night. I was surprised. It was surprising. I know you said you lied, but after that, I mean, third stage, you were pretty much the dominant car. You were actually pulling away, so I was surprised how early you pitted. So that was one of the more surprising things. I think you were gapping them as like a single car. It was kind of crazy to see.
Well, yeah, they were catching me about a tenth a lap. The draft is real strong.
Hmm.
I had a lighter car. I had less fuel, so I was able to kind of mitigate it. And then if they got squirrely, they'd have to try and catch back up. So they were coming. Either way, uh, so I just did all I could to try and get the 42's draft and push him up there to give himself a shot. It just didn't work out.
Gotcha. Still a top three. Great night overall. Congrats on the top three. Will you be here next week? I know you said it's
To
gonna be a
be
little.
determined. I don't know. I play
All
it day by
right.
day right now.
Gotcha. All right. You have a good night, Irish. Congrats on the top three. Hopefully we see you next week, but you never know.
Thanks. Good job, Yeti.
All right.
Good job.
All right. On to the winner. Make sure to include your audio, Yeti. So I think
Always.
this is your second win of the season. So congrats on that. This also is a playoff win. So I don't know if they don't do the locks, but I would say with this win, Yeti, I think you advanced to the round of 8 if I'm not mistaken. So, what was your
Yeah.
thoughts on the racing and what you do particularly in like the stages or the third stage to get that type of gap, I guess,
The
or your
racing,
moves?
the racing was great. Honestly, everyone pretty much took care of each other, and it was all clean racing. Besides me and the 9 car, we were dumb. We had bubble issues, but besides that, everything was pretty good. For the strategy in stage 3, after the caution, I realized that we would still have to pit, so I was like 1 can of fuel, and that was all the car would need, no tires, because I tested out in stage 2 when I had to pit again, and I realized tires could make it, so that's what I did.
Yep, it was definitely. I think someone else. No, someone did a later strategy. I think it was. I think it was
44.
insoluble. Someone else did a late strategy where they took no tires and it didn't work out. But you pitted. I think. Would you pit?
I pitted a
Lap
lap after. I pitted going to lap 9 going to lap 8 when I pitted,
Gotcha.
and
All right.
it was right after Irish pitted too.
So what'd you do to hold off Unspoken and Irish themselves or Rolling Thunder?
Um,
Because Rolling Thunder did to finish second.
Unspoken was actually helping me. I told him to do what he needs to do when it came down to it, and unfortunately he got shuffled. He started lagging and got shuffled to the back of the main pack. But I really was just playing the draft game. As soon as I saw the 42 making moves, I went there to give him the draft, so they went side by side to buy me some more time.
Gotcha. Also, it worked out beautifully though, Yeti. Congrats on the win, and I think this basically locks you up for the next round. I think they do elimination style, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe so. That's how it was when I.
I think it's 2 races.
Yeah.
All right, so next week will be. You have any shoutouts? And next week, I'll tell you the race for next week as well, just so you know ahead
Just
of hand.
everyone that shows and all the admins have put the work in.
So next week is Gateway. What are your thoughts on Gateway, Yeti?
It's gonna be a difficult track to win at. It's either you got speed there or you don't.
Gotcha. All right, so congrats on the win again, Yeti. Hopefully, we hear from you next week as well. And congrats on basically advancing if you make next week.
I should be able to make it next week. Shut up.
All right, so next week we will see you guys at the same time at 9 Eastern. We will be racing at Gateway, so tune into that, and we'll see you guys next week.